Hello from Montreal, everybody. It's hot here right now. I would like to acknowledge that here in Montreal, I'm on the unceded territories of the St. Lawrence Iroquois, the Mohawk, the Huron-Wendat, and the Haudenosaunee people. My father was adopted, and like many Métis children, experienced an eradication of his traditional culture. Our family has recently been making an effort to connect again, or for the first time. I've been inspired by the thought that it is never too late to change. And this is an attempt at creating culture through performance and at healing trauma for the next generations. Sleep, little baby, now, sleep while you can, 'cause the ghosts won't come till you're older. There's a tale of one Marguerite, and when she was as young, she would rest her head on her darling grand-mère, just as you are. The old woman would tell her that she came du sud-est, somewhere out there beyond the Great Lakes. Her name was Nantouche, of the Raven Clan people, and their ways were truly ancient indeed. Sleep, little baby, now, sleep while you can, 'cause the ghosts won't come till you're older. She would speak of her husband, dear Marguerite's grandfather, a Scotsman who was named Sir James Hughes. Sir James Hughes was the son of a British town major who for 50 long years watched over old Montreal. There's a story, American soldiers once held it, but they honored and respected the old Scottish man. One autumn day when Marguerite was a teenager, her mother would tell her of her brother, Guy Hughes. Guy, as you see it, had been murdered by a local tribe way, way out west, out past the Rocky Mountains. Nantouche would remember with a feigned dumb indifference in a place she would each time call Old Fort St. John. Sleep, little baby, now, sleep while you can, 'cause the ghosts won't come till you're older. You see, the young Guy Hughes had kidnapped a woman and was abandoning his post in the lands of her people. He had been left alone by his 3 fellow trappers who were left at the fort at the end of their term. They were on their way back when he was killed in his room, where the blood stains the floor to this day, she would say. And the other 3 men soon met the same fate. Sleep, little baby, now, sleep while you can, 'cause the ghosts won't come till you're older. She had 3 older aunts. Uncle Guy, too, had been older, by 4 years or so, born in 1801. Always telling poor Marguerite of Brother Guy in their dreams, one afternoon, she also saw his remains. Floating up 6 inches, towering behind her aunties, Marguerite could make out his sinister face. He was much older now, much lifeless, hollow, earth-colored, vacant, but savagely growling out loud. In the yard up above her, then flew through the window pane. She went on gathering her wood for the fire. It was already cool out, even though still an autumn night. Marguerite, she put down her pack to perspire. Sleep, little baby, now, sleep while you can, 'cause the ghosts won't come until you're older. She was arching her back in a stretch when Marguerite heard the window break, a woman's cold shriek from the deep in the dark house. Leaving the pack there, she ran fast all of the way back to see what had frightened her aunties to their core. When she opened the door, they were all standing there, still as a cold autumn night catching its frost, dead in their tracks, a pot of soup tossed. Sleep, little baby, now, sleep while you can, 'cause the ghosts won't come until you're older. How they despised their dead brother. He had stolen a wife, his presence a haunting one, definitely not a cure. When Marguerite returned there to collect her pack, it was all bundled up, left in a pile just outside the closed door. Marguerite's daughter, one of 6 that survived, Mary Jane, would tell her daughter Jane too. Sleep, little baby, now sleep while you can, 'cause the ghosts won't come until you're older. Sleep, little baby, now sleep while you can, 'cause the ghosts, they'll come as soon as you're older. Before the crone's death, she would smile and tell of Marguerite, who would speak of her grand-mère Nantouche. She came to Sud-Est, somewhere below the Great Lakes. Heichka.